What's going on, guys? Today I have some tips and tricks for you on the thing. I have reached Celestial playing only the thing on one of my alternate accounts, and I usually do play him a lot on my main account, which is in one above all top 500 lobbies. And I will honestly play him about 60% of my games. When I do play him, I have about an 80% win rate since he is so strong at the moment, and I feel like I've really figured him out to a T since I played him so many hours. So to start us off, I want to go over the 3 different animation cancels there are in the thing. The first one to start us off is the left click and the right click, so that you don't have to throw both the punches. As you guys can see, it's a little bit slow when you're going for that, but if you do it properly, then you could instantly cancel them and go into a right click. Like as you guys can see, my left hand kind of stops in the air if you do it fast enough, and that'll help you output a decent amount of damage. This is the attack that I like to do the most when I'm going in and fighting. But another thing that you could do is do this into the right click, into the shift, and that's another combo you could do. Like if you really want to slam somebody bad, because that's the second animation cancel that we're going to be going into, guys, is the right click into the shift. So you do the right click right when you do the right click, as you see that hit marker, then go into your shift, and you could animation cancel that right click by going into the shift. The last one I'm going to show you guys is the right click into the E. So you go like this, then you swing back, and you could swing back onto one of your teammates so that you could get out safely and just get some damage off nice and quick. The second segment I'm going to kind of talk to you guys about is the ultimate. So there's a few different things to know about the ultimate that are important to remember. And when you are using this ultimate, don't be scared to use it. Like, you should be entering on the thing a lot and just be trying to pop that ultimate first before anyone else. Like, you should be one of the first people every game, every fight, to be getting your ultimate. If you're playing the thing properly, you could get it very, very quickly as long as you're in deep enough and you're hitting all the combos. So when you are doing this ultimate, you could bait people out. Let's say you're fighting an enemy right here and you're baiting him, you pop your ult, and last second you could swing it back and hit these guys on the very last frame. They think you're going for this guy, but in reality you're going to swing back and hit those 2 supports in the back. Another thing to remember when you're using this ultimate is that it hits people that are around you. So if there's somebody like right to my left or behind me, for example, and I use the ult, I pop it right here, it's still going to hit this guy who's behind me, and it's going to hit the guy in front of me. So those are the 2 main things to remember about the ultimate. And like I said, don't be scared to use that ultimate because you could get it back very, very quickly. Just in a few hits, I'm getting almost 10%. You could get in, get about 50%, get out, get healed up, go back in, and get that other 50%. And it's honestly really beneficial. Like, going in with those ultimates can easily win you the fights and win you the game. Another thing I'm going to talk about is just how to play the thing generally. When you're playing him, you want to be making sure to grab your shield before you're entering. So let's say you see a few guys in front of you. You're like, okay, I'm about to go in, pop the shield, pop the shift, go in, hit a slam, and then start going for some combos. Hit another combo, and then you get out, and you get healed up, and keep doing it over and over again. The thing really isn't that complicated of a character, but if you could get his fundamentals down really well, you could be an absolute menace and just demolish people because of how strong he is at the moment. One more thing to remember is your shift ability. This is a really important thing to remember, honestly, especially when it comes to fighting the other things. Like, if you're playing against another thing player, you have to make sure that you're hitting good shifts on them, because when you're going in, you hit the slam on them, you can hit them with the double, but when they're in this radius, you cannot use any movement abilities. So let's say when you're on the thing, the E is considered a movement ability, the shield. So if you're trying to go back and you have a thing running at you, he slams on you, then if he slams on you, you cannot go away, and you also can't use your shift ability. So you can't run away, and you cannot fly away. So whenever you're 1v1ing another thing player, you want to always make sure to try and get the slam off before them to try and get maximum damage and call them out. Say, I slammed the thing, and he has no movement right now. Let's target him, and that will honestly be a big help to your team. Another thing is, if you could just communicate well to your team whenever you're going in or you're about to go out and pull back, like, just make sure that you're talking to your team and telling them you're about to go for ult to target the supports, just so that people can help you. Another thing to remember is if you have a Luna player, your ultimate will do a decent amount more damage if you tell your Luna to change it to damage and then you pop your ultimate, and it honestly could surprise people with how much damage you do. That's pretty much all I have to show you guys today for the thing, the tips and tricks video. I hope this helped you guys become a better Thing player. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and a comment. If you didn't, drop a dislike. And if you really enjoyed it and want to learn more content about other characters, then drop a sub. Alright, I'll see you boys later, and I hope you liked the video.